This is Blothar the Berserker of GWAR, and you are listening to Vulgar Display of Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to the Vulgar Display of Podcast. You got the Mox here with my co-host, Dale. Dale, how are you, man?
Great, buddy. How are you doing?
Doing really well. We have a special guest online with us right now.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We have Blothar the Berserker. Blothar, how are you today?
Well, I'm great. You know, I'm busy getting ready to go on this tour with Mudvayne, so I'm having my butt hairs waxed and getting my mustache waxed off, all of the things that I do before my eyebrows dyed professionally black.
Of course, yes, the regular things before.
Balm.
Yeah.
Heading out in a couple days, the Psychotherapy Sessions Tour with Mudvayne, Coal Chamber, Nonpoint, Butcher Babies, and then you're actually coming to our part of the world, St. Louis, Missouri, with 200 Stab Wounds and Crowbot. We can't wait to have you back in town.
Oh yeah, we're actually playing in St. Louis and not the nearby Pops.
Yes.
Is that where?
Yes.
Sauget, Illinois.
Yes.
Sauget.
Yeah.
Right. That
Cool,
claims,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually St. Louis this time.
All right. That'll be great. We can skip the Superfund site there.
Yeah, it gets a little sketchy over there.
Yeah,
sometimes.
a little hairy. Yeah.
I love it. The most expensive weed, though. Jeez.
Oh my God, it's criminal, ain't it? Yeah, last time I saw you guys was outside of Pops with Lamb of God.
Nice.
Yeah, good
That's
times.
been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long minute. That's why we're glad to have you back.
I have to ask you about this, Blothar, if you don't mind. I know you have 4 dicks, but only two of them come blood. So is there something wrong with the others? Or are they just for look? Or
Well, that's very observant of you, young man. If not a little rude, I must say. It's, I mean, they're not really dicks. They're udders that look a lot like dicks and work exactly like dicks. So they're essentially dicks, okay?
Oh, right.
It's true.
The old dick udders, yep.
Yeah, the old dick udders, dick bag. That was the joke. The bag of dicks. But one, you know, I mean, look, I'm an older guy. I've got some prostate issues. And
don't we
just
all?
as it happens, yeah, only the 2 work. The other one are permanently clogged with gigantic boulder-sized kidney stones.
Oh, yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know that you've had a couple blowies from Trump on stage.
Oh, man.
If you had to give it a rating out of 10 out of 10 stars, how good was he?
Let me tell you, he's great. He really knows how to use his tongue.
Did you get to rub your fingers through that luscious hair he's got?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You only have to rub it one way, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't go the other way, or you don't know what's going to happen.
You go the other way, your hand gets cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's great. He's a very gifted orator, let's say.
Well, he's a prideful person, so I could see that being the case.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right.
Right. I'm giving 110% regardless of what I'm doing.
A winner. He's a winner. Keep on winning.
And, you know, that decision to do that on stage, was that a throwback to, you know, like 2 Live Crew back in the day, or?
You know, I mean, really what it is that we had just one day, much to my surprise. I mean, we hadn't planned it or anything. Trump just fell to his knees and started working the knob. I was like,
whoa. At least buy me dinner first.
What's all this? I thought we were just going to cut open your stomach and, you know, pull out a few cheeseburgers. But no, that's what happened. So, I mean, I just went with it. You know, I'm not going to turn that kind of thing down. I don't care who it is.
Well, I'd say some of the best blowies of my life came spontaneous rather than planned out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And some of the best ones were always like, you know, a little regretful. There was a lot of shame involved.
Yeah, a lot of showers after that.
Uncertainty. Is what I'm doing right for me? I don't know.
I got to ask you about this as well. I'm a thick man, you know, what the kids call thick these days with 2 C's. So my chances of having abs is like long gone. But you took a different approach and you just drew your abs on.
What are you talking about?
He puts in hard work. He puts in a lot of hard work for those abs.
Right. No, that is the it's the GWAR 5-second ab program.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes, that is a great program.
Yeah, we just a little bit of and everybody does it. I recommend it. I mean, what's great about my abs is that they're just sitting on top of this enormous belly that so it's like, boy, look at the shape that keg is in.
Well, they're well defined.
Yes.
5
seconds a day is working for sure. It shows.
It really is.
It's like that old bit with Harlan Williams. It's like 6-minute abs, and he comes up with 5 minute. No, not 6-minute abs. 5-minute abs.
It's quicker now.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait to see them and you and all the happenings with the world of GWAR.
Yes.
At the pageant in St. Louis, Missouri, Wednesday, August 30th. Love this bill, Crowbot, and a band that we've actually had on the podcast before, 200 Stab Wounds. So we're really excited about that show.
Yeah, I haven't seen 200 Stab Wounds. I can't. I mean, I've seen 200 actual stab wounds, but I haven't seen the band.
The band, yes.
Oh, this is a band. I thought it was just an act.
Right. Yeah. And Crowbot is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That singer, boy, what a shapely man.
He does your ab routine, I bet.
Yeah, he does.
So I have to ask, how cool was it to see GWAR back in the day on Beavis and Butthead?
I mean, Mike Judge really made the first part of our career. I mean, GWAR is a band of eras, there's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's where I learned of you guys when I was younger, was I saw it on Beavis and Butthead.
Right. And that was, sort of ironically maybe the second era of GWAR, as far as getting the lineup that played on Scum Dogs and then did the touring of the country that we did at that time, and MTV was big, and Mike Judge liked the band, and I think it just made sense for those two ding-dongs to be GWAR fans.
Yeah, for sure it did. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. And that's how I always remember hearing of GWAR, is just them saying GWAR, GWAR, GWAR. And I was like, what is GWAR? So I instantly watched it. I was like, and I was hooked.
Yeah. It helped us a lot. There's no question about it. And sure. I know. I mean, we tried to get in the new one, but we couldn't.
Oh man, that'd been awesome.
Yeah, but not so far. We haven't. But I mean, once it's rolling up, and I think it's actually up and rolling, like as another series, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, I think it's streaming on something.
Yeah. So we might hop on there. You never know.
That'd be great.
I loved your documentary, This Is GWAR, and I'd forgotten about I remember the Beavis and Butthead thing, but I forgot the actual game, Beavis and Butthead game. The whole point of the game was to go to a GWAR show.
Yeah.
First of all, about that Beavis and Butthead game, it was damn near impossible to. That was the hardest video game ever. I never got to see GWAR in the video game.
Like, fuck it. We'll just put on our own show. I can't beat this game. Let's just go to our own show.
Define irony.
Yeah, right.
Define irony.
GWAR can't even watch GWAR.
It'd be like Mike Tyson not being able to beat Mike Tyson.
And knock out. Yeah.
Exactly. Ridiculous. But no, I mean, the documentary was, making it was difficult even because, you had to, we've been through a lot. I guess making it wasn't difficult. Watching it the first time was difficult. It's a band that's survived a lot of trauma.
Absolutely.
and persevered through a lot of stuff that just kind of inexplicably. I mean, I don't even know why in some cases, other than we like each other, we like art, and just want to sort of keep going. But I think that Scott, the filmmaker, did a great job with it, and a great job of capturing what's at the heart of the band, which is this collaboration between visual artists and musicians, and this ethos of a DIY ethos and hard work and commitment to one another, which sounds weird for somebody in GWAR to say, but that's
no, it shows for, like you said, for all the things that the band has been through, to persevere and still push through and still be headlining and being the band you are today. Like, it shows you that you guys do have the love for the art.
Yeah. do what you do. What is the saying? It always pisses me off because it's such a lie. Do what you love and the money will come. I don't find that to be true because what I love is watching television with my hands down my pants. Nobody paying me for that.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah.
With the documentary, I sit down to watch a GWAR documentary, and first of all, I make sure my kids aren't in the room.
Sure.
Like, hey, honey, can you leave here? Yeah. And then, an hour or so later, I'm wiping away tears, and I'm like, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah. Is this the right GWAR documentary? Did I misspell something in the search?
This wasn't how I planned it. Yeah. I planned on sitting there with my hand down my pants.
Yeah. My 4 dicks and my hand down my pants.
Right.
But I do think it was so well done. It was so cool to see those early scenes, too, of like, that spot that you guys had in your hometown and the tour bus, which was actually a school bus that you guys converted. Really cool to see. And I bet that was a wild ride.
Oh, man. Yeah. The tour bus. I missed the urine cone. We actually had it was just a funnel. That was our bathroom. Which is a funnel with a hose on it that reached out the door.
The good old days.
Yeah. So if you were riding behind us, you might get a sudden splash.
Oh, did somebody hit their windshield wiper fluid? What is that?
Yeah, it was awful. But those were good times, and really the best times of this band were, especially because at the shows themselves, nobody had seen the band. So rolling up and just playing, and it's hard to find that. I mean, we're trying to develop new territories for the band right now. Partly because it's just so much fun to see people see GWAR for the first time. And, in the late 80s and early 90s, wherever we'd play, like most of the audience had not really seen the band or heard of the band. That's actually one thing about this Mudvayne tour that I think that might happen on this tour a little bit. There'll be a lot of people who haven't seen it before that get in there and
that's a great lineup. And then when people do see GWAR for the first time, and it's an experience they'll never forget, and I'll never forget it either. It's amazing. I'm ready to see you guys again.
Yeah, it's a good time
for sure.
Can I talk about the first time I seen GWAR? Were you on the ICP tour back in 1998?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so I saw you guys with ICP on Halloween night in St. Louis in 1998. And man, talk about an experience, right? Seeing those two worlds collide with metalheads and the ICP fan base, the Juggalos, was really something to witness. And, what was those tours and what were some of those mixed bills like?
I mean, it was great. I wish that we didn't interact with the guys in ICP very much, but they actually are really cool. I mean, we've been hanging out with, I guess now they're enemies supposedly, but the Twisted guys. And they're great. I mean, they're a lot of fun to hang around with. The people that surround them are great. And, I think that GWAR, I really admire the way that ICP put together their culture. There's things I don't like about the band, but as a sort of cultural phenomenon, I think they're just incredible, and so we enjoy playing for their fans. Their fans like GWAR, let me tell you, there's no more body positive event.
Everyone's got abs.
Yeah, the gathering of the Juggalos. There's a lot of 5-second abs.
Yeah, it's like a CrossFit event or something.
Yeah, right.
It is. I believe, in fact, that if I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong here, that the Juggalos actually have like a section when they play that's reserved for fans who are over 400 pounds. And there's a scale there. Like you have to step on the scale.
$3.99. Nope. To the left, bud. You're not welcome.
And hopefully it's one of those animal scales like at the vet office.
Yeah. Oversized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest VIP set I've ever heard of.
Yeah. 400 pounds. Okay. Over here. Take your shirt off, sir.
Man, I actually agree with you. ICP's music's not for me, especially now that I'm a 40-year-old man. Maybe at a time when I was a teenager or something and angsty as hell. But, if you want to talk about DIY and doing it your own way and out there being road dogs and putting in the work, you got to credit those guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. They definitely have done a lot and just had a good idea. They treated the band like a cult. Mm-hmm. literally like a cult. Like, let me go to a school, a community college campus and find the kids that look like they're really down in the dumps.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think they were even investigated as not a cult, but an organized.
Yeah, a gang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We looked at them as a gang. Yeah. So that was interesting. But and it was kind of bull. I think maybe, every band has followers that are doing all kinds of different stuff, but you can't really control who likes your band and the things that they do.
Would GWAR ever consider doing something like Kiss Unmasked? Would you ever consider doing a tour without everything else?
Well, we have done ROG tours, but ironically, even GWAR Unmasked, we just put on different masks because ROG is supposedly a GWAR cover band from Schenectady, New York, and then the singer was Vinnie Balaglione. You had guys in there like Lou Zania playing drums. It was so it's basically just a bunch of Italian meatheads, but it in fact is the members of GWAR playing our own music.
GWAR's in a GWAR tribute band. Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We have our own tribute band that we play,
and nobody knows.
Nobody knows. I mean, well, it was weird. I mean, we did do tours. I actually booked a ROG tour. And it was ridiculous because I would tell everybody, I'm like, we're not wearing the costumes, and I would kind of leave the door. I'd be like, how much are you going to pay us? And they were like, everybody lost money. It was great. It was like,
was there ever a tour conflict between ROG and GWAR? You're like, hey, real GWAR, hold on. I'm going to tour with the other fellas real quick.
There's a band now. There's a couple of these actually out there, but there's one that's actually playing festivals and stuff. They're called FWAR, FWAR, and they're essentially just GWAR with I don't think they have spew, but they have costumes and stuff. Although it's weird, like you look at them and like in some cases, like they only wear the top part of the costume, like they're not wearing the legs. They've just got a pair of khakis on.
Gym shorts on. Yeah, pair of khakis. Walmart khakis with tennis shoes and then the top half.
I know, and I get yelled at for we did the NPR thing. GWAR did a Tiny Desk concert recently.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, all of the artists in the band were very irritable with me because I didn't wear black boxer shorts underneath my outfit. I forgot, and I wore some that were striped.
Oh.
Didn't get the memo. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I screwed up, man.
When will that, do you know when that NPR Tiny Desk is going to be released?
I don't. They haven't told us yet when it's going to be released. They just sent us the audio to approve, though, and I think it's going to come out pretty soon. That was a hard thing to do, like playing at that volume and, rearranging the songs a little bit. It was a little unnerving,
Mm-hmm.
but it was fun. I love GWAR out of place is always funny.
Sure.
There's nothing funnier than GWAR on an elevator,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we stumbled around and we actually invaded the area where they were doing the live broadcast. I could not believe that they let us go in there. Like it was.
We're still doing this. We're still going to do this.
You're letting me do this.
We're here. I'm going to go. We're going to play.
Yeah. And plus was, of course, like I was like, don't let this guy talk like this. He's going to say something that's really messed up. Like you're going to regret it. But it was great.
Good deal. Yeah, we're excited for that. And I also like to ask, will GWAR exist forever?
People ask that. And I know that Oderus, Dave Brockie, when he was alive, had as Oderus, not as Dave Brockie, said that he thought that, well, no, maybe it was Dave that said this, that he thought that GWAR could last forever by just sort of changing out the members. I wish that were true, but I feel like one thing that the documentary does is that it captures this kind of, like I said, that interband commitment to one another and to art. And it turns out that that's actually kind of rare, right? It's difficult to find people that will do that. I'm not saying that we won't, but we haven't so far found people that I believe would I mean, you can find people that would step into the roles, but are they, at least until the band sort of makes another jump and starts making all kinds of money, I think it's going to be hard to find people to do it. Not musicians. I mean, musicians are always, willing to, I think you can find players that are willing to do that and get up on stage and have access to a stage. But it's more like the artists and the writers, who in a lot of cases are the musicians themselves, that make it difficult to do. So you've got to find these kind of, I mean, look at like finding somebody like Dave Brockie, right? I mean, there wasn't, that's why we didn't try, because it's like you can't find somebody that's that good of and that unique of a visual artist.
Right.
And that unique of a performer and that unique of a musician, right? Like, it's not easy to find.
So GWAR might not exist forever, but they will at least until Wednesday, August 30th. How's that for a segue?
Yeah, great segue.
The 105.7 The Point welcomes GWAR with Crowbot, our homies, and 200 stab wounds at the pageant. Wednesday, August 30th. We will be there. Show's at 7:30, all ages, $30 in advance, 35-day of show. Blothar, we appreciate your time today.
No problem. All right. Can't wait to see St. Louis.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll see you there.